In today's episode, we are doing a lot of redstone. I've been doing a lot of building recently. I've been doing gradients, terraforming, and I've been enjoying myself. I've been putting grey glass where there isn't windows. I've been burying boulders in the ground. Today we're going to be leaving all of that behind because I've got 3 massive redstone builds that I need to work on. The first one is the encoder for this display here. This is the 5x3 pixel display that I built in the previous Hermitcraft episode. All of the redstone for the display itself is completed, but the redstone that actually saves all of the numbers and all of the layouts of the pixels hasn't been done yet, so let's get straight to work. And oh boy, did this use a lot of redstone resources. Now when I built up the 5x3 pixel display and the actual building that surrounds it, I mentioned that the problem with that build was not the quantity of redstone resources that I required, it was the variety of different resources that I required. It didn't actually use that much stuff, it just used a lot of stuff. I kind of needed like 4 or 5 of basically every item in the game to get that build constructed. This could not have been further from that. This just required bulk quantities of stuff. I needed loads and loads of redstone. I needed loads and loads of repeaters, loads of hoppers, loads of comparators, loads of sticky pistons, all to make this whole thing work. And funnily enough, those are resources that I don't actually have a huge amount of because I've actually been doing quite a lot of redstone recently, and also Tango's prices are still extortionate. I've been saying it this entire season, but oh my goodness, it's the most pricey shop on the server. Which actually reminds me, oh gosh, I have not restocked my shops in the slightest. Thankfully, the Popo has been officially disbanded, so there's no one to tell me off. At least I'm not selling anything useful like iron. Oh. Anyway, let's take a look at this redstone build. This is what we've got, and I gotta say, it looks really, really cool underneath here, and it fit mostly underneath the terrain. You can see this is the only area that I've had to clear out. Everything else actually fits perfectly underneath the landscape that I created a couple weeks back. Now, there are a few little redstone link-ups I need to do. I need to link up the redstone to the actual display itself, and I also need to do the input. But actually, before I do, as I was building this, I started thinking about the redstone projects that I've worked on this season. And I've worked on a lot. Like, I know that this season has been quite building focused for me, and I've been really working on my craft there. But redstone has probably been maybe more prominent in this season in terms of original redstone builds than in any other previous season, which is so weird because it feels like it's taken a big backseat. But I've got this gigantic build, which is an original redstone build. I've got my head, I've got the database, I've got my sorting system, which was an original design. I made it myself. I've probably done marginally fewer industrial farms, but I have got a gigantic iron farm, a gigantic gold farm, I've got the industrial sugar and bamboo farms, the kelp farm, and also the super smelter, and then the kelp fueling system. I obviously have all of the buildstone stuff. I have the custom elevator that takes you up to the Boulder Bros. I have the storage silos. Oh yes. The storage silos. I heard you, down in the comment section, and don't you worry, I will be putting them in. You know that age-old saying, there's nothing more permanent than a temporary solution? I was hit by that pretty hard with the storage silos. The temporary storage that I put inside the factory is actually really good and organizes everything nicely. But don't worry, I do not want to leave the storage silos in that estate for the end of the season. Right, this redstone line should now connect up our display to the encoder. I still can't believe all of the data for all of our letters is sent through a single redstone line. That is so satisfying. Now there's just one tiny piece of redstone that I need to do up at the top here because I built this display with an old version of the reset circuit. You know, I'm almost tempted to leave this hole in the landscape. I kind of like all of the repeaters poking through. If I could somehow work out a way to make a feature of it, maybe I will. Okay, this is looking good. This is foolproof. It shouldn't break. It's ugly, but that's fine. So now it's time to start putting in all of the letters. And I've got to say, I wasn't initially planning on doing this as a time lapse, but when I was trying to think of ways that I could make putting items into hoppers interesting and satisfying to watch, I couldn't. I couldn't think of anything. So I thought just filming the screen showing the alphabet popping up in chronological order as the clouds kind of float on by might be the best way of doing things. Let me know down in the comment section if I was correct. But if I wasn't correct, don't let me know, because that will hurt my feelings. Gosh, this thing looks so cool with his little face. I don't know why, just having this little circle here looks so much better. I do think that is the one benefit of these trapdoor displays though. It's that even when they're off, even when they're not doing things, they look much cooler than switched off lamps. For example, down here. So now that that's done, it's time to do the input chest. And I think currently the input chest kind of lines up with, around about here. Which, I mean, it's not the worst. I do kind of like the fact that it looks like these cables are transmitting the signal up to the screen. That does make sense. Let's see what we can do here. I think I'm going to put my barrel around about here, and then I'll build up just a tiny little surround around it. Nothing too serious. And then I'll hook both of these things up. And then with a little bit of faffing, I have managed to do the button input and also the redstone line, which tells the input chest that the previous letter has gone through and the next letter needs to come in. If you listen to that more than once, it will start to make sense, but I can imagine on first hearing that sounds like a load of nonsense. On the topic of a load of nonsense, let's write out our first message for the system. Okay, I've got something planned out. Let's start chucking in the letters. Oh, and I just remembered you cannot shift-click in the letters because they will stack up. That really would have been a load of nonsense. We did Hello World in the previous episode. That felt fitting. Now I've come up with a new message, and it should be appearing on the screen as of now. I don't actually know where to stand for this. I've committed to flying in, but it's taken too long. Oh no! I'm missing the message. Get me back out. Well, the good news is I don't think it's working. And that is good news in this situation. I must admit, I didn't hear anything happen when I pressed it. No. Oh my goodness! What? Where are these creepers coming from? Come on! That's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Oh, I can't even be mad at that. I literally can't even be mad at that. Okay, maybe I can be a little bit mad at that. After a substantial amount of repairing, I have loaded up another message, and we should be good to go. I'm going to fly over here, and we should get an M to start things off. Yes, okay, that's looking good. M, and then next up, we should get ourselves... There it is. Okay, looking good. And it's actually really easy to read, even from all the way back here, which is excellent news. Right, next up, we should be getting another M. Fingers crossed. Yes, okay, cool. I've just realized from this angle, the cherry blossom tree just looks like a crazy mullet. It looks like this thing's got the craziest 80s haircut. Anyway, we've got a B, that's good. I'm sure you can all guess where this is going. Oh, that B looks so good from over here. It is so clearly legible. There it is. Okay, Mumbo. Good start. Oh, I really am starting to think that I should actually make it so that these messages can loop. I do think that would be quite cool. Having it just play once, although it is cool. Oh, we've got ourselves a space. As cool as that is, it probably would be even cooler if it looped. And all I'd have to do is just do like a chain of hoppers that unpower. So then it would almost like move along in sequence. Because if they all go back into the same chest and then get pulled from it again, the items will stack up. It will stop working. Okay, we've got an S. I just want to warn you. This is shameless. Okay, this is absolutely shameless. What do we got next? Oh, we've got a T. Yep. Oh, we've got an O. Yes, we do. Oh, is that an R? Oh, this might be a good time to bring up my t-shirt that I'm currently wearing. This Big Ron special edition is available on the Mumbo store. I mean, it only seemed right that a gigantic programmable screen above a town would immediately be used for advertising. Life imitates art, art imitates life. The final merchandise collection of Hermitcraft Season 10 is available down in the description, mumbo.store. And on that extremely shameless note, it is now time for me to install all of the redstone wiring for my expressive circuits, I guess. For when I put my brain inside of this contraption, I need some way to kind of interact with the outside world. So this gives me the ability to move my eyes around. I can blink. I fall asleep at night. I have the ability to wink and also cry. My mustache can shake. You know, all the important emotions. These are all the key ones. And for anyone who hasn't been keeping up, yeah, I've been gradually aging throughout this Hermitcraft season, and at the end of the season, I am going to put my brain into a chicken, courtesy of the people at the Mind Labs who have been doing a bunch of experimenting throughout the season. They found out that that's possible. So I'm going to put my brain inside of a chicken and live in Hermitcraft Season 10, as I've created the perfect universe for myself. Now, just to break the fourth wall ever so slightly, don't worry, this does not mean that I'm retiring. I will be in Hermitcraft Season 11. Oh my goodness, I just logged into the server and I'm asleep. That is the cutest thing. There is nothing cuter than a sleeping robot. Wait, why did I wake up? Wow, I am an early riser! Goodness me! That's inspirational. The Bulbous Creation's got that grind set, that rise and grind. I could never. This is the first clip I'm recording today. It's 11:34 in the morning. Wow, I don't know if I'm going crazy, but it also seems like a little bit of progress has been made on the mountain. And by that, I mean it has been cherry bombed. And it looks quite cool. I actually really like that. I think it caps off Magic Mountain really, really nicely. Ah, yes, I forgot to add in the circuit that resets the display. So there is still a small amount of redstone left to do, and that is to fill in all of the randomizers for the event, such as blinking and moving my eyeballs around. And by the way, this is what I had to live with as I was constructing this thing. Deafening. My existence is not going to be a peaceful one. I can't believe I'm living for eternity in this. Now, if you're wondering how we do randomizers, this is a non-stackable item, and then these are all stackable items, so when the non-stackable item goes through, it triggers a different part of the circuit. This feels like it's being triggered a lot. Wait a second. Books are stackable. Of course they're stackable. I'm such a fool. Jill, Bill, what else you got for me? A surprisingly small quantity of non-stackable items. Okay, I'll start crafting shovels. What's happened to the bottom of my mustache? What's happened here? I imagine I've forgotten to fill some cauldrons somewhere. Regardless of the current state of my mustache, this thing should be looking a little bit more lively. We just got a little bit of a mustache wiggle there. We should also get a little bit of blinking action happening as well, which... honestly, like, the blinking, it just makes it look so much more alive. It's really strange. One thing I don't seem to be getting is eye wiggles. What? No. I'm not gonna lie, team. This is some serious spaghetti redstone I did here. It is so difficult to do any sort of debugging with this noise, but... that looked good. Okay, the eye movement is now working. We should now have ourselves... a fully functional animated face. Nice. The only thing that I have to do is flip the trapdoors on the bottoms of the eyes, because it looks a little bit strange when it's looking around, but otherwise all good. Oh, I tried to fill a cauldron as it moved. Thank goodness these cauldrons are at the bottom of the contraption. And to be honest, I've been thinking about the mustache wiggle. I might make it so that the mustache wiggle is linked up to the display. So as the display is cycling through letters, the mustache wiggles up and down, almost as if this thing is talking. So it happens less on a randomized basis and more on like a specific basis. I actually think that could be quite cool. Let me know down in the comment section if you like that idea. And also let me know down in the comment section if you like the idea of the looping text. These are the two things that I'm not 100% certain on, so I would actually genuinely like your feedback. Right, there we go. We have got ourselves some blinks. We have got ourselves a good-looking mustache. We have got eye wiggles that look 1,000 times better with the trapdoors underneath at the bottom of the eyes. That looks so good. Yeah. I'm happy with this thing. I'm also happy with this thing. Still just shouting E into the void. So now there is just one more redstone build left for Hermitcraft Season 10. It is time to construct the storage silos. Oh, actually, before I do that, there's one tiny little detail that I added to the build in my redstone testing world that I forgot about. And of course, is the tiny little rosy cheeks. They look significantly more adorable. Right. Now it's time to work on the storage silos. I still absolutely love the fact that they added bamboo planks. And the crafter. Like, the crafter is one of those items that has been added in recent years that does not get as much hype as it deserves. We have automatic crafting in Minecraft. Sometimes even I forget that fact. Oh my goodness, I have legitimately run out of redstone. I had stacks upon stacks of redstone blocks. Man, this is probably one of the last times I'm gonna hear this sound. And now that it's the end of the season, I can finally admit, yeah, it's annoying as heck. XP was right to sue me. I'm even gonna miss this little place and... well, this little place? I'm not going to miss this place. Ouch. Okay, what are we doing here? Storage silos. It has been a while since I've constructed one of these. Yep, immediately done it wrong. So we've got a line of chests, line of hoppers, and then all I need to do is hook up all of these comparators to all of the redstone lamps, and that will be this part done. And I gotta say, I always forget how satisfying these things are to build. There's always something quite nice about just repeating pattern redstone contraptions. Like, you can just get into the flow of things, just place blocks willy-nilly without really thinking about much. And not thinking about much is my specialty. Oh no, oh no, why did I not do these sooner? That looks so cool. Why did I not do these sooner? I'm actually annoyed at myself. Right, for Hermitcraft Season 11, don't allow this. Don't allow this, all right? Because look how much cooler that looks. I mean, I guess when I fly away, it doesn't look so cool, but I am very glad that I filled in the redstone. That looks so good. That is storage silo number 2 completed. Gosh, these look cool. Oh, look, I've gone to sleep. Adorable. That is storage silo number 3, all complete. Storage silo number 4. What are you guys doing to Scar? And done. The last storage silo is done. Yes, the surplus megacorp factory is finally finished. No! My new season resolution is that I am going to light up my builds. I think I've been saying that every season, but I'm really feeling it now. So with the surplus megacorp factory completed, with my brain animations installed into the bulbous creation, and our text display all finished, we are now done with all of the projects. All of the projects have been completed. I have no more redstone things to do. I have no more builds to work on, no more fans to construct. This is it. Hermitcraft Season 10. The next episode will be the finale. I've got a few little bits of cleaning up to do, getting rid of little bits and pieces that I've left lying around. I mean, do I remove this? Which reminds me, oh my goodness. This guy. Does he stay? I mean, again, he's been here most of the season. It feels very unfair that I would then remove him at the last few seconds. He survived, all right? It's time to get rid of any remaining chest monsters that I've left. Haven't left anything over by the starter base, have I? I mean, this seems like decades ago. I mean, it was a long time ago. This season has been one of the longest seasons of Hermitcraft. I should probably go and say goodbye to this guy. He's been chilling the entire season. How you been, buddy? I don't know if he likes me anymore. So what have I got to do for the finale? I definitely have to fill in all of the builds for the database. Need to do a big update there. I need to make the decision on the mustache wiggling and also how I'm going to do this text display. And then, of course, I need to put my brain into the chicken. Oh, now, one thing, I was speaking to Jake Kelton Crafts, the person that came up with the concept of the Minecraft fans. I'm a big fan of him. And he actually sent me a way of connecting up this build to this build using chickens attached to leads. The only issue is you have to suspend the chickens using things like power lines, which, if I had factored that into the design of these builds, would have been awesome. But because I haven't, I kind of like the empty space between them. However, on the topic of building suggestions that I've received down in the comment section, I got one that genuinely made me smile so much, and it's something that I want to start work on right now. Throughout this entire season, I've kind of stood up on this little platform here and used it as a viewpoint to check out my base from afar, see what the main composition of the build is actually looking at. These couple of blocks have received so much foot traffic from me, and I do feel like I should do something to sort of commemorate that. So I kind of want to add in almost like a little worn path. Yeah, that's looking good enough. And then if I pop inside Willie's woodyard, what sort of bench do I think would look good here? I kind of had a birch bench in mind. I think I might also grab a handful of flowers and things. Let's go 1, 2, and then chuck some arms on this thing. What sign should I put? I honestly think this is fitting, because you have to remember the original concept art that I set out for this season with, a little hand-drawn painting that I did, kind of was this composition. And that was my sort of like guiding vibe for at least the first half. And then obviously the idea expanded over time and gradually more and more things got added. But this was kind of what I was aiming for. This is absolutely adorable. Okay, excellent. This is good, right? I've cleared up all the chests. I've done everything that I need to do. Nice. Next episode will be the last episode of Hermitcraft Season 10. It's been a wild ride. I hope that you're enjoying, and I will catch you in the next one. See you very, very soon.